Why do the world's richest people rush to deposit their fortunes in Swiss banks? Is it really just about security? Or is there something much deeper behind Switzerland's financial mystique? According to the Swiss Bankers Association, this tiny country manages a staggering $6.5 trillion in assets, and nearly half of that comes from abroad. To put that into perspective, that's about the size of Germany's GDP stretched over more than a year. Incredible for a nation smaller than 2 provinces in Vietnam. Switzerland might be famous for luxury watches, silky chocolate, and clever pocket knives, but its true crown jewel is its banking system. For centuries, it has been a magnet for billionaires, CEOs, and even shadowy figures looking to protect their wealth. Why Switzerland? First, location tucked right in the heart of Europe, bordered by economic powerhouses like France, Germany, and Italy. Switzerland became a perfect crossroads for global money flows. Add to that its legendary neutrality, a country that sat out both world wars while the rest of Europe burned. While bombs fell on cities across the continent, Switzerland remained safe, and when times are uncertain, safety is priceless. Then there's the Swiss franc, one of the most stable currencies in the world. Unlike the dollar or the euro, which can swing wildly with inflation and crises, the franc has built a reputation for strength. Low inflation, minimal debt, and an ultra-disciplined financial system keep it rock solid. But what truly set Swiss banks apart was one thing: secrecy. The culture of silence goes back to the early 1700s, when Geneva declared that bankers must never reveal client information. Why? Because Europe at the time was in constant turmoil. Nobles, merchants, and exiled elites all needed a discreet place to stash their gold, and Switzerland became that vault. By 1934, banking secrecy wasn't just tradition, it became law. Revealing a client's account could land a banker in prison. Suddenly, Switzerland was the world's ultimate financial hideout. Wealthy aristocrats, politicians, and yes, even dictators funneled billions into Swiss vaults, confident that no one back home could trace it. During World War II, while Europe was in ruins, Switzerland's banks filled up with gold and foreign currency. Allies sent their reserves there for safekeeping, but so did the Nazis, transferring looted gold. Controversial? Absolutely. But it cemented Switzerland's role as the planet's bank. By the time peace returned, Switzerland was sitting on mountains of wealth, and the legend of Swiss secrecy had only grown. Fast forward to the Cold War, African strongmen, Middle Eastern royals, South American elites all sent their fortunes to Zurich and Geneva. The message was clear: if your regime collapses tomorrow, your money in Switzerland is still safe. Add to this a business-friendly tax system. Personal income tax in Switzerland is much lower than in countries like Germany or France, making it extremely attractive to billionaires. And don't forget the service. Swiss bankers are elite professionals, trained in multiple languages, catering to their clients with almost royal precision. The experience itself feels like luxury. Of course, there's a darker side. For decades, Swiss banks were accused of being havens for dirty money, tax evasion, and corruption. In 2009, UBS, one of Switzerland's biggest banks, was caught helping Americans hide $20 billion from the IRS. The scandal shook the financial world. Later, under growing international pressure, Switzerland was forced to relax its secrecy. In 2018, it began sharing banking information with other countries. Still, the aura remains. Opening a Swiss account today is not easy. You must prove your identity, your legal source of wealth, and most importantly, you cannot be tied to politics or crime. The process requires flying to Switzerland, showing documents, and often keeping a minimum balance that can reach $1 million or more. So why do the rich still choose Switzerland? Because no other place combines political neutrality, rock-solid currency, low taxes, airtight security, and a culture of professionalism quite like it. Swiss banks aren't just banks, they're fortresses for wealth. Now imagine this: if you suddenly had $1 billion, Would you lock it away in Switzerland? Or would you take your chances somewhere else? Let me know what you would do, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this.